Hey, welcome to the Explainer. So today, we're diving into something you might not expect to see here, a university course syllabus. But trust me, this is no ordinary, boring syllabus. It's actually a fascinating blueprint for how you learn data analysis when AI seems to be changing the game completely. Let's get into it. So right off the bat, the course tackles the elephant in the room. If AI tools like ChatGPT can just write the code for us, what's the point? Why even bother learning this stuff? It's a huge question, and as we're about to see, the answer is, well, there's actually a lot left for us to learn. This whole course is built around a model where the human is still very much in the driver's seat. Okay, so who's steering the ship? Every great journey needs a guide, right? For this course, it's Professor Shin Jung-sop, and he's not just some lecturer reading from a textbook, he's the actual architect behind this whole modern approach. And yeah, he's got the chops to back it up, for sure. We're talking a PhD and a master's in things like finance and data science from a top university, plus real-world in-the-trenches experience building big data labs. So you know the stuff you're learning isn't just theory, it's coming from someone who's actually done it. So what does this whole learning journey actually look like? Well, it's all laid out in this super clear 16-week roadmap. It's designed to take you from knowing basically nothing to doing your own complex, independent research. The whole thing is brilliantly split into two halves. The first half is all about building your toolkit. You get your hands dirty with the fundamentals of Python, and you really zero in on the Pandas library, which is like the Swiss Army knife for handling data. Then, once you've got the tools, the second half is where you actually become the craftsperson. You apply those skills to real statistics. Testing ideas, finding patterns, and making sense of it all. It's a perfect progression from learning the alphabet to writing a novel. And now for the part that I think makes this course a total game changer. It doesn't pretend AI doesn't exist. It doesn't ban it. Nope. It brings AI right into the classroom as your co-pilot. This is where things get really cool. And this is the core philosophy, the big idea behind the whole thing. AI is your partner. It's an incredibly powerful assistant that can do a lot of the heavy lifting, but it is not a replacement for your brain. You are the researcher, you have the context, you make the judgments. AI is just there to help you do it faster and better. This table just lays out that partnership perfectly. It shows you exactly who does what. So look here, when it comes to picking a topic or asking the big questions, that's all you. That's the human's job. But when you get to something like a literature review, AI is amazing at summarizing papers. For data analysis, the AI can run the code, for sure. But you, the researcher, you're the one who has to figure out what it all means. The AI can run the test, but it can't come up with the brilliant idea to test in the first place. That division of labor is everything. So, you've learned Python, you've mastered stats, you've figured out how to work with your AI co-pilot. Where does it all lead? To the final quest, the big research project. And the topic is something that's genuinely happening all over the world right now. Students get tasked with analyzing the Hallyu phenomenon, the Korean wave. Their mission is to use real data to figure out its global impact, to come up with ideas about what makes it so popular, and to dig into the role that social media plays. This is what it's all about, taking all those abstract skills and pointing them at something tangible, exciting, and real. And just to be clear, we're not talking about writing a simple opinion piece here. This whole project is grounded in the principles of actual scientific research. It's about being systematic, being objective, and making sure your conclusions are built on solid evidence, not just a gut feeling. Now, scientific research can sound pretty intimidating, right? But what's so great here is how they break it all down. It's not some mysterious art. It's a clear, step-by-step process that takes you from identifying a problem all the way to writing up your findings. It makes a really daunting task feel totally manageable. All right, let's talk about the practical stuff. It is a university course, after all, so yeah, there are grades. So how does all that shake out? I actually really like how this is balanced. It's not all about one massive high-pressure final exam. You've got the midterm testing your basic Python skills and the final testing your data analysis chops. But then, a huge 40% comes from your personal project and all the in-class work. It really rewards consistent effort throughout the whole semester, not just cramming at the last minute. And this right here, this quote from the professor in the syllabus, I think this says it all. My job is to help you learn. That's what I'm here for. If you're stuck, struggling, or uncertain about something, please ask me. That just sets a totally different tone, doesn't it? It's not about being judged, it's about being supported. It's creating a space where it's okay to ask questions and, yeah, even to struggle a bit. So, as we wrap this up, we're left with a pretty big question. a course that teaches you the fundamental skills, that embraces AI as a partner, and that applies everything you've learned to a fascinating, real-world project. Is this the new blueprint? Is this what education needs to look like in the age of AI? It certainly gives us a lot to think about. Thanks for watching.